Yes, Cha! How you doing, gorgeous?
I am gorgeous. How are you?
You are gorgeous, and I am amazing. Oh my God, it's so good to have you. So, like, what's the significance of Landau Amp Studios?
So the significance about this place is like, it reminds me of YouTube, because I once was here and I was giving a YouTube talk. So guys, get your subscribers up, consistently post on YouTube. And for me, it's like a home ground for YouTube for me, so yeah.
It's insane for me because it's like, not a lot of people know about the access and all that jazz. How did you even find out about it?
True. So I actually found out about this because I got an email that, listen, babes, like there's this facility in Joburg where young YouTubers can come through, and they've got cameras, they've got equipment, they've got everything free to access. And I was like, how? As and then it's just like, so I was just like, you know what? Sometimes in life, things are just easier when, you know, there's people like AMPG Studios. So I was just like, you know,
We made you the Royal Rose Mojito, Scottish Mojito. And we made you this one because you're fresh and you are royalty.
I'm royalty. Darling!
Yes,
I speak it to the universe. I like
mean,
it. This is very...
Tasting it.
It's going to make me call my exes. My love back.
You must just mute the other ones you don't want to get a mistake call. Child, because you have to deal with that in the morning.
Yeah, men are a pandemic, babe.
I mean, lockdown, how is that? Like, it's like, now, how are you even going to kiss with pillowcases because it's a stranger?
Like,
how that you look? It's the sweat for me.
And then, Uchinje, you and me, we are distant socialing, please, man. Come on.
Oh, because it's connected. Where's it?
I'm a fan of the show. Like, I love giving my 2 cents and the videos and the tweets and stuff. So I was like, what did you do? Why didn't you show? Why didn't you phone in? So I was like, you know what, when I got the call, I was like, you know what?
You need to replace somebody. So somebody got kicked for you. I mean, you are royal.
You know I'm spicy.
So you're gonna pick a card, and then we'll talk from then.
Ooh,
you get a spicy.
Oh, show la makati
I don't know if you're gonna go back. Okay, Masa.
Okay.
Say like how much you betting?
But to talk more, my babies are pick a box.
Yes, and then ufuna kusele ke sana sizobiza udog to replace our drinks. Do you know our mixologist's name today is Udog?
Udog.
Yes, child.
Dog.
Dog, child.
Hey, triggers.
Triggers. Yes, what did you get? Tell me.
You know, a hammer, combine, like there's a nail that you just need to hammer. In Dambuza, my first relationship.
Oh, yes?
So my first, like, real relationship, I was a side.
Yes,
right?
Cheers.
And I really liked this guy. Gorgeous guy. Gorgeous. Met his family, etc. And every Sunday, I would go and do shopping because he would live in an apartment. He would give me his car and a card, and I'd go shop.
That's a nice position.
You know?
Yes.
One day when I was shopping, I read the card, and it wasn't his name. So I went and I asked him, whose card is this? And he said, listen, there's nothing you can do about this. You are a side in this relationship. This card is someone else's card. And I was like, bear in mind, I'm 18, 19.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, what can happen?
What's happening?
And it's like, it's either you choose to stay in this relationship.
With this foreign card?
With this foreign card, or you leave. I'm not going to leave this guy. And what did I do? I stayed.
Because you got your benefits.
Not really. I just think in my head, I had this idea that he would leave him for me, you know, because he always told me about an escape plan. This is just temporary, you know.
Child, they be like sounding like they're reading the same script when they're cheating.
Like,
same
script, you know. And I would stay, you know, because also that was his boss that he worked for. I know.
Spicy.
I know. So, and then they broke up. And then we tried to fix things but it wasn't the same.
No?
It didn't make sense anymore because I think
It's not
also
stolen goods.
it's
Because it's like there's a rush that comes with stolen goods.
No.
And then it's like, then
I
it's not
even
stolen.
remember once the other card that we had didn't work. So we had to go to the boyfriend's estate. We went inside, I got dropped off at the corner and I had to wait. I was just standing there waiting.
fine.
I was like,
When does he get to see his main person?
So I would come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I think they would spend during the week or whatever. Because I would also get calls 2 a.m. in the morning. That time I still lived in Soweto. I would drive from Soweto to Fourways. 2 in the morning. Baby, I need cuddles. Oh, my man needs cuddles.
Child.
All for love. But I learned, you know what? I won't take it away from him. He taught me how to love. He was not genuine. I wouldn't say he was genuine.
Genuine enough.
No, but to a certain degree, he really, really showed me how it's like to be in a relationship. And for me, that's like my first love. I really loved that about him.
Very tricky. How is it that there's I don't know how to call it. Is it homophobia within the LGBTQI community? Because it's like, before I dated a girl, I didn't know that there was also levels
Hate,
within.
yeah,
so
hate on
you're
hate,
fighting
yeah.
the society and you're part of this community. And then in the community also there's rules, like you can't be a girly looking girl with a girly looking girl. So sorry, wait, am I fighting the world to be a part of this, that I have to fight how I'm doing this? Like,
It's
what's
actually,
with that?
it's quite toxic because it also goes back to how the first day on earth was like. There was Adam and Eve, right? Adam is a guy and Eve is a girl, and there's roles, right? Adam is the one that's supposed to protect Eve, and Eve is the one supposed to support Adam, right? You know? So until we learn how to reverse that day, which is very impossible, we're still going to have hate on hate, because you'll find that femme guys annoy straight looking gays, and they're like, yeah, he's too feminine. I want a butch type of guy. I want a butch type of girl. I want my guy to have a beard.
Design a partner, won't you?
Babe, we all the same. We're all guys at the end of the day. But understandable.
There's levels to that too.
There's levels to that, but understandable. You have preferences. But in you
That's
having
one thing.
preferences, do not hate on the other people's and their choices.
Yes.
Leave them to be who they are, because we also have types. Just because we're not your type doesn't mean that now you must.
We're gaying wrong.
Yeah, we're gaying wrong. Thank you. So for me, the gay on gay hate is purely based on the notion that was put on
how it started.
on how it started, that there's a top and a bottom of it. Like, don't give me titles. Like, don't. Like, just because you see me with a wig, you think I'm a bottom. What if me?
Oh, you assume.
Oh, you assume. What if me, I like to chow emergency exits? What if me, when you come with your emergency, I will,
I'm the chower.
I will demolish. I will
You don't
separate those
know.
cheeks. I will put butter in those cheeks and
Right.
you know. Why are you assuming?
But
Don't
then now
assume.
you think you're looking at me and you're assuming.
Exactly.
So doesn't that take it back to that whole thing of like, men are still men. So gay, straight, there's still just that where it comes with.
And it's still going to be there until we as a generation now need to tell the new generation that it's okay for you to be who you are. Like, only now people would like to be called they, them, and not be categorized as him
He, she,
or he,
assigned
she.
at birth,
Yes, they
sexuality,
want
yeah.
to just be called them, they. Only now we understand. Like, we're still in the starter phase. It's like, I always refer to it as me starting off on YouTube. Five years ago on YouTube, like, YouTube wasn't a thing in South Africa. Data was still a struggle. Only now, like, you know. So imagine then, now we're still on the starter phase of them there. Imagine in 5 years or 10 years time, you're gonna, when the child is born, you say, I don't want my child to be called him, he or she. They must identify themselves.
From the baby shower,
From the baby shower.
You'll be like, oh, we're revealing the sex.
No.
And then it's just like rainbow colors.
Yeah, it's just,
You
it's just
decide.
white. You
Parties
decide.
happens.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll decide what they want. Here's another one.
I hope I don't pick a bad card. Okay, will you guide me?
That's the one. Take that one. Yes, child, yes.
Secret sauce.
Uh-huh. Take it there. Let's go. I'm with you. I'm ready.
No, because you know what? My secret sauce is, you know, the world knows me as the Virgin Mary, you know, because I am an active virgin, you know. I am an active virgin, you know, because I have the kids on my platform. And
yeah.
I gotta.
I'm planning. I'm the other gym.
Oh, you're the other.
The other gym. Yeah. Abi.
So you know, for me, my secret is that when I go to the boxing ring and it's a one-on-one, I'm not boxer. It's a tournament.
Child.
Say tournament. And
I knew it. I knew how long it took you for that. I was just like, I've been knowing your drip son.
I'm a dripper. You see my sauce name? I think, I don't know why. Maybe it's also because of like my body and how I'm built, and also how I think also the trauma. Like the trauma is that I'm always seen as a fantasy. So people want to take me to the boxing ring, and then when they see the boxing ring, I must also be Floyd Mayweather.
Child.
Hey,
because was keep in the way, man's better akakwazi ukhuluma ngayo mara akakwazi. Like, I know that pressure, dude. All the time,
but
the pressure is new. Kwi-industry umhle uhot ubaba uvela ube yibet kaloku sana. That's why I be like, that's why you'll be messing with the ER room.
No, that's my thing. I always say, when you take me to the boxing room, boxing room.
It's a room.
No, it's a match. If you take me to the boxing match, me, I want to come out with a stretcher. Tomorrow, if there's no stretcher. Round one, must sweat.
Yes.
Round
and the thing
two.
is, you have to do your stretches. Before you have to do your stretches, otherwise, uzoba stuck. Have you ever locked your jaws? Too much.
Can I tell you? I think I have a dislocated jaw because of my jaw. One of my exes. This is why I have a phobia of big referees. You know, referees that are.
Like, no,
I'm like, no, thank you. No. Then the big referee screwed up my jaw, you know, because like
excuse the pun.
No, excuse the pun. Like the referee came to check my jaw,
Child.
And now every time I yawn, my jaw clicks.
Mine still clicks.
Does it go? It goes.
Yeah, because I also liked being in the boxing ring, so I'm just like something happened at some point.
You understand? The boxer went, and then the referee had to check if the.
During. It's like not being able to take the umbrella during. It's like, takes too long. Like, no, child, let me get.
So for me, if the referee is big, like, or tall, give me 0. And also, tip, babe, behind the ear, there's some nerve there. There is one of, I think, he is, I don't know, I'm not supposed to say this, but he is top 1 in my books. I'm so sorry, babe.
Like,
No, man, I want that guy. There's something he does with his mouth, right? It's like he bites your scalp, like he's biting you, and then it goes onto your ear, and he is just. I'm like you. In the morning, like. I cannot speak. I cannot move. I'm just. It's like he opens your brain. It's like he goes around with his mouth like this. And opens up your brain, takes off your skull, and then he just.
In the medulla oblongata.
You like.
Wow, fuck.
Ma'am, I even had to tell him like, we're ending this. You see this one.
It's gonna be a problem.
You're too addictive. You're a drag when. I'm ending this. Thank you very much for your services. This subscription has been cancelled. You know.
Doc, thank you. How you doing? What's up?
Are you single? I'm just asking for a friend.
What made you come out? What made you come out and just be comfortable? And also when you came out, did you have to have the come out meeting, or you just started being yourself more?
What made me come out is the fact that I was just hurtful. I was just tired of hiding and just not being myself. I remember in primary school, I was like forced to have a girlfriend. In high school, it was so evident that, babe, you know, it was so evident. But for me, what was so tiring was the fact that people could see, but I still kept on lying to myself. I remember getting into a fight in high school because I made a video about some guy I liked, I loved, I fancied him, and he found out about the video, and he came and pushed me, and he was like, he wants to fight me. How can I like him, and etc. And I'm like, are you gonna fight me because I'm gay? And I'm like, did I just say that?
You owned it without knowing. Crazy.
And
awesome.
that's how I owned up, and I was like, are you gonna fight me because I'm gay? Are you gonna fight me because I like you? Are you gonna fight me? Da, 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 da. And I went to the principal's office, and they were like, they didn't know what to do. Usually when there's a fight, you get suspended immediately. No questions asked. You only get to explain yourself in the disciplinary hearing. They were like, we don't know what to do. If we suspend this boy, we're gonna get in trouble for that, you know?
And it's like, though, if they suspend you. Yes, they should get in trouble.
They're gonna get in trouble. How can you suspend someone for speaking their truth?
Oh, they love.
They
love. They don't hurt nobody.
And my mom came that day, because you must remember, my mom's also from the older generation. She doesn't understand these things and stuff. And she's like, I heard you fought with a boy because apparently you like them. Since when do you like boys? I'm like,
that's like
and she's like, not my son. I'm like, doll face.
Oh, child.
This is all me. And then it was difficult. It really was, because I had to kind of hide myself. Like at school now, they knew I was gay. And then when my mom picked me up, I had to now be calm and just, because my mom was like, I'm not gonna have a gay son in my house. A child, my son, my only son.
And the thing about it, you know, your mom knew.
She did. No, my mom, for years, I think even going back when I had to replay memories in my mind, I was playing skipping, mkusha. I was with the girls. Like, I remember even one time bringing a girl home just to like have like lunch and stuff. But I was like, oh my God, Mom, my friend is coming in. And she's like, I know, girlfriend, but you know,
it's fine.
Yeah, but I think now, because she's in heaven now, but now she sees, I hope she's understanding and she knows. And Mama, give me a man, please, like a proper, like a man of my dreams, not these rubbishes that I'm picking up in the streets.
I got like frogs too. Me frogs have to go through frogs.
No, not me, babe. I am Cinderella, child.
The thing is, the frog don't be coming in the uniform.
I am Cinderella. Cinderella never kissed any frogs. Cinderella bamnikeza isikhathi seglass. Louis
in South Africa.
Yeah, dolls. Mamela, if I'm not catching any glass shoe in South Africa, I'm going international.
You can have a glass shoe with a frog.
Never. What?
You can. Don't we just say that they are frogs in SA? Men are frogs.
Oh,
child, I'm telling you.
No, but you know, the hill I'm willing to die on is the hill of the true north. You see, a Vanda Tsonga Pedi man.
They say that they carry big weights. Like with our feet.
Yes. Those men are men of royalty. They know how to treat their partners.
It's the royal candy shop.
It's the royal kind of treatment. Like, I love it.
The bay you had at Great Dane that day, that chocolate one, where was that one?
That wasn't my bay. Now it's gonna seem like I was no. Okay. Rewind.
Let's go back.
Fast forward.
Yes.
I dropped off my boyfriend at the airport. He's going back to Cape Town. Okay. Right? I am crying. I'm having separation anxiety. I'm like, this man is leaving me. Anyway, I go back home, and the dark chocolate guy that you saw calls me and says, friend, waar is jou? I say, mate, ek is gaan by die huis. Ek is crying tears.
Ooh, that's a problem.
You know, I am broken. I go with him to Great Dane. He comes and picks me up. I shower. I'm looking good. We get to Great Dane. I see Moonchild in the section. I'm like, it's Moonchild in the building.
We're here.
And then we are partying the night away. Not even the night, the day away.
It was the whole day.
We are partying the day away. And then my Cape Town boyfriend comes in.
Wait, airport?
Yes, airport dude.
Wait!
Yes.
What? We were all there that day!
Yes!
Why didn't you tell us something?
No, what? When you say it's like I saw a ghost. It's like I saw a ghost. I said, ah! It's like I saw a ghost. Like, I was just like,
I can't talk about this.
ah! He came to me, he came. I said, shh. I stood up. I got to the car, I blocked him everywhere. Phone, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, everywhere.
Great Dane.
Because Xhosa men, one thing about your tribe,
I don't date them.
you guys can lie.
I don't date Xhosa men.
And Xhosa men, very manipulative.
I don't mess with them. The moment a man says molo, no penis.
Rewind at the airport when I was crying, giving him a long hug. He said to me, where are you going from here? I said, I'm going home. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to cry myself to sleep because I can't handle this. So he was going to say... He
wasn't the clear.
Yes. So he's going to say, you said you're going to be home. What are you doing here? And now the tables are...
That's about you lying.
Now it's about me.
Not the fact that he didn't catch his whole
exactly.
flight.
And then you can even say that I tried to call you, but your phone, there was a network problem. I missed my flight.
You already knew that he was going to get you back.
I knew that
shit. If you start to explain, if you listen to him, he's going to get you back.
Yeah. And I was going to feel guilty. And I said, maybe he really did try to call me.
Maybe I'm just being dramatic.
Maybe I'm just being dramatic.
I've been told I am.
Bluetooth. Oh, man. Pandemic.
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 Oh, I love it. What you got, child?
I got a snake.
Tell me about that.
I think in this entertainment industry, there are a lot of snakes in this game that we play. And the reason why there's a lot of snakes is because people don't believe that there's enough pie for everyone to eat. So they have this idea that I gotta talk bad about this one, backstab this one, so that I can have their share of the pie. And literally,
as an minty pie, Lasizwe, steak and kidney, cheese and mushroom, feta and cheese. There's so many pies you can't even be looking at one slice of steak and kidney.
There's even a Cornish.
Thank you.
Rib.
Exactly. That one is good for the corny ones that are ripping. It's fine. It's like tata Cornish girl, tata.
So
but there's so many pies.
There's so many. Like I just think about like a lot. Like I'm just like, and there's so many even people that I used to look up to, that I loved so much, that I used to idolize, and when I got to encounter them, it hurt me so much. Like I even spoke about it on my show when I was asked about this individual. I was like, he hurt me so much to a point where even now I'm just like, I wish you did not say all of these mean things to me. I wish you could have just allowed me to love you and you love me back.
What happened?
You know, he's one of the biggest gay idols in South Africa. Growing up, I idolized him. I was once even like trying to be friends with him. And he was just like, I don't know if he'd pretend. Yeah. I don't know.
Only because I've picked up in their interviews when they talk about the upcoming kids. They never mention you intentionally, like noticeably. So I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Exactly.
So how was the experience? Yeah.
So the experience for me, I loved the guy. I still do, even though it hurts. But there's still that 1% of hope that maybe one day he'll be like, but you know, what are the chances? What I heard in the streets is that he was upset that I had lied about buying a house, etc. But I was like, but that's not credible enough for you. That can't be it. That why you don't like me, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, not even of kissing ass. Like, I really don't even care that you don't like me, but it hurts when it is someone that you looked up to, and then now you gotta not even talk to. Because now when I see him, just like, and he's like, and I don't care.
It's like it takes a lot from you to be able to do that because you wish you didn't have to. That's hurtful, man.
So yeah, that's the vibes, and I wish him the best. But if you're gonna put me in the same race as you, we must remember that age.
Yeah. And
I run my own race, and I run my own race. I'm focusing on my own lane. Never wanted to do what you do. I'm literally just carving my own path. Yes, and I give you credit. Yes, you crawled so I can walk. and run in South Africa, but it doesn't give you a right to talk.
Doesn't mean you gotta be on your knees now.
Yeah, all the time. No way.
Also, you won't be able to do your own shows now because
no way.
And so then I feel like, did you grow up like with like wanting acceptance type of thing?
I grew up in a home where I really wanted acceptance from my dad. I really wanted to feel that belonging. I really wanted to be part of the family for years until like I was 18, and then I got to know my dad after my mom's death and know the family and stuff. But there were so many years that were missed, you know, and so many memories that were missed. So I still have, I wouldn't say daddy issues, because I still dead a long time ago. You know? Even though it's still there, it comes and creeps up and says hi.
Yeah.
But for me, I do have that longing of being accepted or whatever it may be, but I'm working on it, on letting it know that you have no place in my life. You know, I am who I am and who I say I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, like, for instance, this acceptance thing, because I get it, like, comedy, they'll talk about, like, comedians are, like, the most depressed people that they find a channel. Musicians, it's like their diary to express that emotion, and all that jazz.
And it's facts.
It's facts, and it's like, you can go without the acceptance. You're definitely going without the acceptance, but it could just do something. Like, I know my biggest thing is that my dad, even till today, has never said, I'm proud of you, after I ran away from home at 19. So it's like, I'm not going to stop because he hasn't said that, but I know there's something, and so seeing a shrink helps me not have to need it from people, but there's a point where I get so lit and I'm like, South Africa, they're too slow.
True.
And it's like, it's moments, it's not an everyday thing, and I know where it comes from. It comes from childhood as well.
True, childhood, guys, that's why I always, whenever I have a conversation with my fans or something like that, I always say to my older fans that when you decide to bring life to this earth, make sure that you do not traumatize them, because it's crazy how the first 18 years of your life impacts the rest of your life. So if you had a crazy childhood or a traumatic childhood, trust you me, it will carry you throughout your whole adult life.
Absolutely.
So we are all messed up people, you know, due to our childhoods and how our parents were also just traumatized from their parents and their parents and their ancestors. And now we are the woke generation trying to rewrite and trying to reprogram what we've been taught. So it's you know, it's crazy. It really is, because I'm just like, until when?
Until when, for real?
Until when? Until when are we going to keep fighting these demons that our parents were carrying for years?
Yes.
My fantasy.
Yes, child, yeah.
I think there's a two-part fantasy for me, and I have a really cute one, and I think it's a weird fantasy. My cute fantasy, which I keep manifesting, and I know one day is gonna happen. I want that Shauna Ferguson and Connie Ferguson kind of love, marriage, like we are married forever and ever, amen. Me and my husband, like, and I know it's gonna happen one day, and I'm manifesting that it's the man of my dreams that I love, that understands me, that wants us to work together. We build an empire together. That's what I love the most, and someone I get on, not just on a sexual level, but more of a friendship, on a relationship. Like, I want a best friend of a husband.
Yeah.
My weird fantasy is that I actually want to sleep with a woman and get her pregnant.
What?
Yeah.
Because you want the babies.
Yes, I want babies.
Okay, so you actually would love to do the process yourself.
I think so, but I'm scared.
Because of the curiosity as well.
I know there's curiosity, but I'm just like traumatized. Like, I'm just gonna open that peach and I'm like, it's like this, you know. This peach is like this.
Get me out of here.
Or this orange. What do I do here?
Child.
So that's for me. I think I will know that I have lived once those top two fantasies of mine are achieved, where until death do us part marriage happens, and I have my own kid and have experienced a woman.
That is good, because then it means if you get up, if you guys are open, we can have fun.
once.
Without necessarily you enjoying it though. You just want to...
I don't want it to be a regular thing.
Oh, you don't
I just want to go to penalties.
I've been there.
Once. Okay. I don't want recurring again and again. But I want to penalty, shoot, score, done.
What if you like the game?
What if I like the penalties? No way.
The penalties.
Me, I just want to go to penalties one day. For what? I won.
Okay, now I've had the experience.
Yeah, I have the experience. And I want my child to be mixed race, like the most beautiful. I want to create a colored, not that is.
Why?
It is so nice. Like I always have this fantasy of my child saying, my dad is South African and my mom is Russian, or my mom is from New Zealand and my child has hazel eyes, or bluish greenish eyes and has curly hair. You know, I stalk Takis a lot. Takis Dinwiddie.
Oh
and
yes,
Chris,
Takis, yeah.
Yes, and she's immigrated to the US. I'm not US,
the
UK. Her children, I could steal her children. I love her children. Just the hair, the fact that her child is half Tsonga and half British. Orgasm.
Unity.
Understand?
Being just a person who is just fabulous and whoever says they need to call you in what box.
Gorgeous.
I didn't full stop.
Being
a drop dead gorgeous.
Period.
Child.
No tampon.
Okay, so this one, I want you to pick 3 cards.
Okay.
And then you'll tell me a whole story putting them together.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay. You are a fountain of stories. Okay. Yes, child. Yes.
YOLO. Clown. Not getting a clown emoji. Say something profound that you really believe in. And then sit comfortably silence for 30 seconds. I think this goes to my mental health. I want to touch on that because, you know, being a clown, number one, takes a lot of strength and courage for you to know that you're being a clown, but you're still staying there. YOLO, you only live once. So as an entertainer, as someone who is a celebrity and a public figure, media personality, we take a lot of BS, you know. You leave the house sad, but now you have to put a front. You have to smile because people are going to say, oh my God, here's Lasizwe, can I take a picture? And if you say, no, you're called a lot of things. And this industry takes a lot from you. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you just come home drained. And also, when you're in also a toxic relationship, you come home and you're being bullied, you're being gaslighted, you're being told this is who you are and you have to accept it. And something I always say to myself, which is so profound, which is scary, which goes along the lines of you only live once, is that when the lights go off, the only person you have is yourself. So, dear Lord, the man above, please do not allow me to mishandle the blessings I've been praying for. Because in this game that we're playing of living in life, because another thing, we live on borrowed time. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. We are here to leave a mark. We are here to live life to the fullest. And we are here to understand that this is my journey. And whoever comes along in this journey is here to either make you who you are or break who you are. So you need to pick your struggles, pick your battles, so that you understand yourself, because you only live once. If you are going to be impacted by the people around you and the negative connotations and stereotypes that they throw at you, you are going to be a negative person.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be impacted positively by the people around you and absorb the energies that they put towards you, because it's quite hard, especially when you're a public figure, to suss out that person's good energy, that person. And this, I say this to everyone watching this, we all need to graduate from Clown University, because this yes, we can laugh about it and say we are a clown and whatever, but being a clown sucks. Being a clown makes you look like you are nothing. You're tolerating and that should end. Like, I once heard another say, women should stop this
the rock. I'm not a rock.
Yeah, strong, independent connotation. You're a strong black woman. That is something that has been taught to women so that they can believe they're strong, so that they can break them down, and then you go to therapy and get healed so that you be broken again.
Yeah.
Stop that. Live your life to the fullest. Life is short. Right now we're dealing with a whole pandemic. People are dying on the roads. People are dying from illnesses that haven't been found cures. Waves. There's people that have been murdered. Till when? So live your life to the fullest. Tomorrow is never guaranteed.
So thank you so much for coming. I feel like me and you will not stop because the stories are just amazing.
Thank you. This is definitely some madness in this method.
Child, that's why we have you here, because it's all celebrating everyone that's got madness to their method and leading the pack and doing some really great stuff. So shout out Royalty. Thank you so much for having me. Cling, cling. Ooh.